What's up, angels? My name is Chandler Dragon. Welcome back to God of War Ragnarok. Episode 2 didn't record, so if you want to watch that one, episode 1 and 2 will just be on Twitch. So now we're on episode 3. And we're going to do one episode at a time, so continue, please. I wish there was a way to talk. Wait, there is. Met. Exactly right where we left off.
I still can't believe Mom led a whole rebellion here against Odin and never talked about it.
The fact that it didn't go well might have covered that notion.
What your mother did before we met was her business.
Did you ever ask?
Eyes on the water. There are resources.
If you never asked Mom about what she used to do, what did you talk about when you met? Like, did you just say, "Woman, guard the house. I will go to catch fish in the river," and then leave for 5 days?
No. Your mother was far better at fishing than I.
Huh.
That wheel is blocking the channel.
I imagine if you can turn it, we should be able to get through.
So these are wetlands, huh? Pretty accurate.
It is a bog.
The smell is making my eyes burn.
You know, it is a fair bit more potent than when I last visited, now that you mention it.
Looks like the path continues on the other side of that geyser.
Yep, I know. No.
If only we were in Midgard. That water'd be frozen in a second. Tyr was a friend to the Giants. I wonder if he and Mom ever met. If he was a part of the rebellion here.
It's certainly possible. The god of war often advocated for the Giants. Although I don't recall if he ever declared allegiance outright.
Come on. There's gotta be a faster way to get down there.
Hold that.
Right side! Incoming!
No, chicken dip. Yep, I know.
Incoming! Right side!
way too good at this. Now, which way? My guess is up.
Okay.
Yep.
There's gotta be some way to turn the wheel up here.
Whoa there! Give a man some warning if he's about to suddenly end up snout deep in cheek.
The ground.
Was that an earthquake?
An occasional but not unheard of happenstance in Svartalfheim. With all the mining here, the land's bound to be a wee bit bothered.
Think you can reach the wheel from here? Oh wow. Nice job getting it to lower exactly where we need it.
Thank you.
I was thinking, because it's so warm, maybe it's not that the cold hasn't made it here yet, but maybe it's just different in Svartalfheim?
Aye, lad. Thimble winter doesn't strike all realms quite the same way.
Weird that Thimble winter doesn't always make it winter.
In Midgard it does, but as you can see, the effects here appear far more gaseous in nature. Observe the geysers. Observe the aforementioned aroma. These effects were present before in some form, but now there's new extremity to them.
I see it. Okay. Oh. Looks like I already do that.
Did they cap those geysers? I think we need to get that wheel moving, but the water doesn't reach.
Yep, I know.
Right side!
Those things are everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, we froze one of those geysers. Is there another one somewhere?
I'm making my way there, I tell you. Hmm. Oh, wait.
Yes! The wheel's moving and the gate's coming down.
That's dwarven ingenuity for you.
Back to the boat.
Okay.
If the dwarves of this realm are anything like Rock and Sindri, it's hard to imagine them siding with Odin.
Well, all too often people are blinded to all but their immediate self-interest. Odin offered them safety. Defying him can be quite dangerous.
Maybe they just need a couple of gods to come along and take the fight to him.
Atreus, that is not why we are here.
I was only joking.
War is not a joke, especially where gods are concerned.
He's not wrong.
It seems, Atreus, you intend to recruit Tyr as an ally for war.
I'm trying to keep our options open. Let's just keep moving. I'm glad we're out here, exploring a new realm. Maybe we could just try to enjoy the warmth? Looks like we gotta find a way to open that gate if we want to get to Nidavellir.
And we can dock right here.
Too fast.
Then how shall we catch it?
Flank it. Attack from behind.
Good.
In the meantime, yeah, your boy got Ultra Instinct. I ain't even gonna try it.
Halfway there. There's gotta be another chain to lower the rest of the gate.
Yep, I see it. Do I?
Look! There's a chain we can pull up there.
How do we get to it is the question.
It's clinging to the wall! You gotta knock it down!
Nice, Atreus!
Find you!
Alright, sorry.
Think you can uncover that geyser from here?
And I'm guessing.
Oh, I think I get it. If you freeze the geyser, the pressure will turn the wheel. Nice one.
Alright.
Can you see anything from that block?
Oh yeah. Yep. Can I not jump up here?
What about freezing the geyser under the wheel?
Yep.
Maybe?
Yep.
That's one of Cavassier's poems. Very highbrow. You should collect any others you find.
You gave me a little bit of thinking, where a lot of betrayers, and we'll make our way through it.
Lad, if I may, what exactly are you hoping to learn from Tyr?
Well, like I said, I was hoping he could tell me something about Loki. I'd also like to hear some of his stories. Traveling to other lands, giant stuff, and maybe about what it was like to fight back in the day. Just for the history, obviously.
History.
Let's hope Tyr's in a talkative mood after being imprisoned for so long. Not all of Odin's captives can be as charmingly voluble as myself.
We have no proof Tyr is truly here.
Right. Misa!
God damn, the memory pass.
That earthquake earlier. Do you think there will be another one?
It's unlikely, but geological disturbances tend to be unpredictable.
If the geysers and smell here are worse because of Fimbulwinter, maybe the earthquakes are too?
Aye, you might be onto something, lad.
Atreus, look ahead.
Wow. Now this looks like a city.
Welcome to Nidavellir, brothers.
Hey, dwarves! Oh. They're, running away.
From what exactly?
An alarm.
I'd only sound an alarm like that if I still had my body, and was fearing the notion of being detached from it.
Why held that for us, though?
They are scared.
Most definitely an alarm, I'm afraid.
Why is everybody hiding?
Stay alert.
Kratos is well known, so.
Hey, could we talk to you
We
for
don't want any trouble, please.
There'll be no help, to be sure. Best we find the tavern Sindri mentioned on our own.
Is that a statue of Odin? They must really love him here.
Or fear him.
One less feathery spy.
Sindri!
Hello. I'd return your surprise, but I did know you'd be here. I've got something for you.
Appreciate it.
Take your time.
What is it, dwarf?
You know, I'm glad I came back here at least once before Ragnarok. Oh, if these cobblestones could talk. Then they'd have mouths. filthy, disgusting mouth. Do you mind if I fiddle with your bow? Oh, you are long overdue for a replacement. Taking advantage of certain materials. Ow! Structural sensitivity to sonic vibrations has been something I've been meaning to try for quite some time now.
Thanks for, finally trying it. What's it gonna be this time?
Patience. I find it's best to see these things, in action. Whew. There. Oh, take aim at that gate there. But before you loose, say, Skialfa. Skialfa.
Yofa. Ah!
Well, I certainly didn't expect you to disturb half the creepy crawlies in Nidavellir.
How was I supposed to know they were there?
Left side!
Behind you! Incoming!
Okay.
Okay, so, Derlin. Sindri, any idea where the tavern is?
Do I look like I've ever been to a filthy tavern? The sewer you just punched a hole through seems promising, though. For you. It should lead to the other side of the city. It's not like you're able to open other doors around here.
No direction stones.
What can I make for you?
So this lockdown really is because of us?
Oh my, yes. Odin's grip on this realm is so firm, any outsider is considered a threat.
Sounds like an Odinism if I ever heard one.
Hey, what happened to all the armor we made you already?
I used it.
Well, maybe try to make this one last longer.
I will not.
No, it's fine. I don't mind you standing around like that. Be safe.
That's where I love these people.
Best of luck.
Any outsider is considered a threat. Is that to protect the dwarves?
It sounds like it. But knowing Odin, there's sure to be an ulterior motive.
Well, everyone's hiding on this side too.
Odin's occupation of this realm has its hooks in deep.
But there aren't any guards patrolling. We're clearly not a threat. Why hide?
Resist and you're made an example of, to keep the rest in line. Self-preservation can outweigh bravery for even the strongest of folk.
Fear keeps them safe and alive.
The tavern's gotta be around here somewhere. Maybe we can try knocking on some doors for directions. Let's just keep moving.
That's the way we basically just came, I guess. It's not.
Looks to be an artifact from the Dwarven Resistance. A firebomb from the chief anti-Odin propagandist in Durlin's rebellion. Quite a sharp wit she had until she turned to less subtle means of resistance. Brock may be interested in getting these back. Better in his hands than out in the open.
Careful!
Oh, whoa, wait. Thank you. Skills. Your boy Trace is clean, bro. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh yeah, we just came from this way. Okay.
This looks promising, right? That's like a house. If he's here, maybe you should let me do the talking.
You.
Well, we don't want to intimidate him. You're tall as a tree and you have a severed head on your head.
None taken. Fair point, though.
Very well.
Think that's him? Hello?
Watch yourselves. Apparently, there are intruders about.
Oh, that's us, I think.
Well, if you're planning on killing me, at least let me finish this song. That alarm was in just the perfect key.
We're just looking for a friend of ours, named Derlin.
Well, we both know that's not true. Derlin's got no friends left. But if that's all you need, head out the back way there, and you'll see the safety office just across the river. Just don't go making trouble for the rest of us. And while you travel through this realm, maybe you could clean up the head's mess.
What mess?
Later, brother.
I wish to hear of this mess.
The rig's in the bay. Why don't you ask the condescending skull?
Head. I've got skin. But he's right. I made a mistake. I'd have us shut them down.
Later. We'll do it.
Sorry, one more thing. Although, these are gifts I'm giving to you, so I shouldn't be sorry and you should be thankful. Anyways, here, please be careful.
It's beautiful. Thanks, Sindri.
It is beautiful, isn't it? It's also very useful. You'll be able to find anything your heart desires with it.
Really?
As long as your heart desires the locations your father and you decide and plot to travel together, then yes.
It is a compass.
Ah, but a beautiful compass. Now scamper off.
Mm-hmm. To warm a compass, the map can guide Kaitos to objective. Press the left side or the touchpad button to jump to the map. Got it. Okay.
Come. A boat cannot be far.
Huh. Earlier, Sindri made it sound like Durlin was some sort of rebellion leader. Doesn't sound like anyone's following him.
Was being the key word here, little brother.
There's a building just past these rocks behind me. Maybe we should head that way.
Ugh, those bloody mining rigs.
What about them?
The Skald is right to blame me for them. They were my idea. If you'd got the time, they're in the bay just beyond this tunnel.
Sure. Let me go ahead and do it.
Mining rigs in the lake to the right. You can see the smokestacks from here.
But if you don't want to explore now, it looks like Durlin's place is through that open gate to the left.
Uh-huh.
So, which way do we go?
We are heading this way.
We could prepare more before rescuing Tyr. Up to you. Mimir, are you really the one who had those rigs built?
Odin wanted the dwarves under his control, and, well, I convinced him he could buy their allegiance instead of demanding it outright. A trade agreement of sorts.
One of the mining rigs is here?
See the smoke above us? That's where we're headed. Let's see if we can't shut it down.
No, damn well you did not hit my phone.
If the dwarves didn't like working for Asgard, couldn't they just quit?
And do what? Their newly built forges poisoned the soil of Svartalfheim. Unable to grow their own food, they had to buy it from Asgard. If they stopped working, they'd be taking food out of their own mouths.
Oh, that's clever. And awful. Behind you! Incoming!
And here we get.
Whoa. An Yggdrasil seed to Muspelheim. Think it might lead to that combat arena we visited years ago?
What makes you say that?
Wishful thinking, I guess. Going through Surtur's gauntlet, it was fun.
It was training.
You didn't have fun? Well, anyway. We should look for the other half of the seed. Once it's whole again, we can see where it leads.
Hmm. Ah, I see.
Great. Now we can make it across.
Hopefully you're still recording on YouTube. If not, then I'm gonna just record the whole thing on Twitch.
They just keep coming!
It's a bird trap. Spawning a little wretches like there's no tomorrow.
Aha, it will be so!
Behind you! Target down!
Like that, right?
Watch out!
Nope.
Last enemy!
Ooh, hold this. Okay.
The rig's likely chock-a-block with materials that could help us. I'd grab whatever it spits up in the process.
Boy got shanked like he was in prison.
If the dwarves agreed to the deal with Asgard, why do they blame you?
I talked them into their own exploitation.
They made their choice.
Work or die is not a choice. I only made it seem so. What you just picked up there is pure Svartalfheim ore. It won't be of use in the rig anymore, but perhaps our Huldra brothers could craft something from it.
Maybe. Oh, yeah. One out of three.
How did these rigs come to be?
I had them built to harvest ore for armaments. Essentially harnessing resources that would otherwise go to the dwarves.
You think shutting these things down will help the dwarves become independent?
I don't know, but I have to try something.
Maybe the dwarves won't see us as a threat anymore. Maybe done with these. Hopefully. Mystic gateway where that is. Oh, okay.
There's another mining rig on this island, brother. Smell that smoke?
Why would the dwarves agree to work for the Aesir in the first place?
That's the heart of it, eh?
You lied to them.
I lied to them. Knock that grim down before it poisons us all!
Left side! Nightmare!
What's your left? Right flanks!
Oh, bad.
Above you! Reinforce up high! Knock him down!
Oh my fuck.
Lads, join them!
I'm too good at this.
You okay, Mimir?
To the blacksmiths of Svartalfheim, the creation of a weapon was a sacred thing. But Odin just wanted as many blades as he could get, as fast as he could get them. With every stolen resource and mediocre blade, the dwarves lost a bit of themselves.
Oh. Oh. Well, we're staying here for a little bit longer then. I thought that was one.
Yo.
Ah. That fight is gonna go out now. Not just game logic, really. One, 2 out of 3. They were gonna put on like the iron, would they? Where was the last one be? Yep. Thought so. Oh, they actually designed the apple now. You only need... I thought you needed 3, but apparently you need 1 now. Not mad at that either. Back to the boat. Now, how do we get back to it? Oh, this one.
Father, is it always moral to kill something that's trying to kill you?
Yes.
Well, there you have it, lad.
Taking a break before visiting Durlin? Very wise. He can be... a lot. At your service.
Hmm.
Huh. That might be my best piece yet today.
A good fit.
I saw the strength, it would decrease by 12. Oh, never mind, I was wrong. Was I wrong?
Take care of your armor, and it'll take care of you.
Or was that soon? Let's go to the last one.
The
before
dwarf
this
survived because of you.
Ah, you're not wrong there, brother. Odin would have wiped out every last dwarf in Svartalfheim. If he couldn't use their skills, no one could.
Smell the smoke? There's another mining rig here.
You speak of your deeds with shame. Do you regret not allowing Odin to kill them?
I don't... No.
Bet we could swing across that, lift thing.
Gantry.
Pantry. Thanks.
I'll try.
Not quite right.
Yeah, hold on.
It's gotta be the right spot.
Those barrels. I smell fuel. Bet a spark from your blades would cause quite a boom.
I'm gonna try and please that bag. Now if I step back. If you the furthest one? None of them. Huh.
I think we could break through the ground here. If you found a high enough place to drop from.
I do not know the man kind of workout plan, but teach me, please.
Father, up there.
Yep, I see it. I do see it.
surprised the dwarves didn't shut these rigs off themselves.
One or two tried. The Einherjar made examples of them.
They killed the dwarves? Couldn't you have convinced them not to?
Aye.
Huh.
Huh. Impressive.
We'll see what it means later.
That should help.
Now to get back to where we came. We need to go over there.
Don't think we can reach it there.
I think going that one more.
Yeah, that looks right. Wasn't so hard.
Poison, right side!